Hello everybody and welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I am Can Christo. This is the wonderful Anbennar. In the last episode, we greatly expanded our Egyptian slash Chinese mechanics slash cat people subject. Slightly worried that they're going to be very desirous of independence. We'll see what we can do there. We do have a bunch of favors on them, having given them all this land, I guess. And in this episode, we finally bring the hammer down and crush Laurent. We destroyed them in spirit long ago, and today we do it in deed as well. So as soon as we can piece out any of their co-conspirators, their devilish allies in this war, we will do so, and we're going to get them out quickly and with minimal war score taken from them, because I want to be able to go to war with these guys again soon in order to push them into the Empire. When you seize land from a subject, can you seize land that you don't border? I forget. Yes. No, sorry, I do border those. So this Ex-Arum would be a good example. Yes, okay, I can. Good. Which means that I don't need to worry about not taking coastal centers of trade into my empire directly when they're not capitals. So this one, for example, if we force this guy into the empire, they later become a subject, we can always just seize this center of trade. Which I guess we wouldn't need to do if they're in the empire, and they're not. We only need to do that really if we want to make it into a trading company, which we don't, of course, because they are all in the same subcontinent as us. Right, you two can come back down. How interested in PCU? Minus 39. Not very. Blow down their walls, change their minds with the final argument of kings. Let's get everyone. Can't improve with them because they are at war with us. You know what? Fair enough. As excuses to not do work you've been assigned to go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I remember that one. Okay. Some rebel issues. And quite a few in our subject. Miracle of Life again. They are a prestigious sort, huh? Prestigious? Prodigious. That's what I meant. Prodigious kid haver. That's what we are. Improve with you. Good. Lost expand the empire against you. Why? Because we lost the border? Yeah. How goes the fight over here, by the way? Oh, interesting. They've switched to a kingdom. Green Tide, Green Tide. Yeah, so it's after we came in and smashed up some of these guys in the west, it looks like things aren't going so hot for the monastic kingdoms. There's some adventurer kingdoms still holding on, but we'll see. Nice, some stability. Yes, I'll have that. All the way up to 3. Nice. And our prosperity is mostly back. Oh, 11 still here? Damn. That sucks. Don't I have a... There's no fort around here? I should probably have a fort in these parts, shouldn't I? Like here would actually be a better place for a fort than here. Even though this has the local defensiveness. Because here would border all of these provinces. Still leave these two without a bordering fort, though. So maybe I should do here instead. Which does all these, and then I could do here, which does all these. Yeah, that works. I'm going to do that right away. And the reason I want the forts is just for the prosperity, basically. I know we have better things to be spending money on, but when I've made a decision like that, I want to do it just so I don't need to remember it, because I will forget. I know myself. And I will forget. Cool, so we are kind of... What are we at now? 4 in favor of the election? Yeah, pretty close. It's obviously the overextension is pretty bad. 72 overextension is a lot of reasons to say hell no to reform. So we'll just keep trying to get these guys yeeted out of the war. The sooner we get them out of the war, the sooner we finish that. Troll Slayers. Nice. The sooner we get them out of the war, the sooner we can... Another anti-monstrous conflict. These guys have really He tidied up. Oh, they've actually gone into the mountain too. Cool. And they're colonizing. They're colonizing their way straight into the mountain. Fun. What was I saying? Sorry. Completely lost my train of thought there. Never mind. Appleton 1. Nice. Alright, you probably won't need me to do that to force you out. No, we'll just take money. Nice, short truces. Maybe a little wafer thin war reps. No, just money. It's fine. Nice short truces. So that we can get these guys, this lot out of the war as soon as possible. You, money. Are you in the wine bay? You're not. I will take war reps though, because you're kind of rich. Good stuff. You can go up here. You can go up here. You. Money. Get out. Unpopular mathematician. I could do with the legitimacy right now to pass this thing, actually. So I'm going to take the legitimacy for the Diplo rep that it will grant me. There's them gone. Finally, all your friends are leaving. Get with the program. Blow down the walls. Don't overdo it on the siege. Let's not take any needless attrition. Cool. Now we got to be getting closer. I guess I should improve with the people that we just fought, knowing that they're going to have, you know, reasons to be peeved, shall we say? Dame's Crown, Forlorn Vale. This is complete by having 6 roads completed, and we have a road under construction. Somewhere here. Where's it gone? It was that one that was being built before. Was this the next one they did, or this one? I wish the currently under construction ones showed on the map. Well, I mean, we're going to want them all built at the end of the day, but... Is it here? Yes, it's here. Okay, so we have that one being completed, which means once that's built, we'll be able to do this. Because East Dameshead is also underway. East Dameshead is just a couple of provinces left. So we'll be able to do that. And then this one just requires us to have the provinces of interest. Which I think that is one of, so we might lose one. Interesting. So we may actually need to... one of the following is true. Oh, just part of the empire. Okay, cool. So... and expand the empire war goal. Taking this province off them, which we have a claim on, would work. Cool. We'll do that. That lets us do that. So we don't need to start another Dove Road right now, is what I'm thinking. So you... need to get you to 150 relations. Anything else? What is it? Trust of 80. Who did I started getting trust on someone. There is a decision that shows the cities, yeah. I started getting trust with somebody. It needs to be a Rosoladi primary culture. I think I started getting trust on you, which is a mistake, because you're for the other one. It's you that I need. You won't ally me because we're at war. Damn, so it's going to take a while to get the trust we need for that. And we need to complete the mission before we... yes, we can turn these off. We need to complete the mission before we unite the Empire, otherwise it will be difficult to get the trust. Because trust with subjects is kind of awkward to acquire. So that's fine. We'll marry you, I mean ally you, sorry. And then go from there. Alright, how about while you're full siege? Do you want out? No? You're loving it. You couldn't imagine a more fun way to spend your evening. Just being fully occupied. Yeah, these don't seem very good. Mercenary cost is fine, but we're not really using mercs. You... missionaries, monthly autonomy exchange global modifier is exactly what I've been asking for. So let's start upgrading that. Growing business of satin. Nice. Some more improved relations. Yeah, we should focus again on people that we have been Recently engaged in hostilities with. Recently having unfriendly relations with. is how we shall put it in the diplomatic communiques. Sounds better than massacring. Peasants' War. I always love seeing when the AI gets a Peasants' War. Oh, you'd be a good vassal feed. If they had a friendly attitude and we were closer to them, they would totally take that. It would be a great vassal feed. We've already had one amazing vassal feed. 4? Nice. Just give me the money. Get out of this war as soon as possible. You two. Sorry, split. You guys come here. You guys come here. You guys can go down here. That's fine. No, it isn't. I took a route through a vassal. Good. Okay, and finally you. Give me the province directly. 11 aggressive expansion. It's not nothing, but we've done a bunch of fighting abroad, which means they have kind of chilled out. And now we go to you. Eontar. And we say Eontar. Give me this province. Which is going to make them very upset, but make me very happy. Because we can do dismantle Laurent. Laurent have been our allies, but ultimately their ambitions to expand into the empire clashed. Yeah, that's what happened. The fate of Laurentine. So do I want to get short-term gratification or long-term bonus? The answer is long-term bonus, but I really want to click this. So we will take the long-term bonus. And then... Yes, look at that. Oh, they don't even exist. There's no more Laurent, I think. Laurent. They do exist. Down here. One little province. It's funny. Okay. Nice. So now these people have just been spat out. We have the Expand Empire War Goal on and have no truce with them. Mwah! Beautiful. Beautiful. So, next step, I'd like to get rid of some of this land. Don't want to give it to Laurent, obviously. So, I don't much care to keep it, so I think I'm just going to give it straight back to the person we just took it from. We'll take it from them again later. But there you go. Now we are not overextended, or at least we won't be in just a sec. With that decline, we're already up to 9 in favor. 9 is not great. And now we sit tight. We get some manpower. And I divert this guy to here. You managed to catch out. Send you some cannons. They embrace colonialism. New Sun Cult Heretics. So I wonder... I mean, we're not going to this game because I'm not kind of, you know, I'm not trying to kind of min-max as such this game much. But I wonder what religions have the best bonuses. Once we have more of the world revealed, I'll have a look around and things. But I have to say, plus 2 Diplo relations and 1 Diplo rep, and then all the other potential bonuses that you have do seem very strong. It's a there's a lot of potential bonuses, which means you can be flexible. Who has the papacy mechanic? I've always liked the papacy mechanic. Yeah. Let's we'll have to have a look. I don't know if anyone does. Yeah, maybe I will let you live in the end, Vern. I've been looking forward to taking you over. Chat is giving me the answers that I want to hear, which is... That would be redacted. Alright. So, just these cores. We can go speed 4 while we're just coring. We've got a lot of manpower to gain, so... There's not too much... Not too much loss there. Got any force limit available? Get a few more trade ships going. Some separatists, of course. We just need to deploy our armies. Ah, they're stuck again. We need to deploy our armies down here. So we have one army here to deal with the likely to be semi-constant rebels that this guy's going to have to deal with. We have overfed them, basically. When can we annex them? This year? Oh, like in 6 days. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. It's going to cost a measly 1,800 dip. Cheap as chips, really. Good stuff. Alright, you go ahead and top off some relations. Deal with these rebels for them. And yeah, we'll put them on auto rebel suppression. Keep the unrest a bit lower and also reduce the micro required. Excuse me. There. Good. Oh, sorry, you haven't actually got your whole army together yet. Diplomatic insult. Oh no, they got an event. I understand why that. I mean, some people roleplay more than me, but I do find events like that pretty pointless. All right, they finished exploring the coast. Let's have a look. What do we got down here? Kungalo, Zunvrim, Kurika. All kinds of cool people. What species are these lot? Halflings? Is this whole island halflings? It is a whole island of tribal halflings. Awesome. What's their religion? Nakavi Akko. Literally the great family. A pantheon of gods worshipped predominantly by that lot. The gods and goddesses comprise a great extended family who are venerated through song, dance, and merriment. Followers tend to choose a patron deity. And the family that represents the ideal they wish to embody, all are part of the great family and exalted as such. And that's this whole island chain. Kind of Philippines-looking place. Cool. Then along the coast we have the Fangreelian Pantheon, which I think we've already looked at. These are the ones who do different aspects because they're murdered and there's genies. Okay, what about you? Different pantheon. Loosely established connection of stories about heroic figures. Religion borrows heavily from the neighboring Fangulia. Cool. Meaning there's not many unifying themes. Each tale has different teachings and meanings, often depending on the person speaking. And what species are we dealing with here? These are more humans. Yeah, most of the people in these parts have been humans so far. Okay. And you are Azak Katsua. Oof, my lord. Inseparable from the prophecy of the 333rd Empire. I saw that on the loading screen. Some deliberation over the minutiae, all agree that in all states that all lizard folk must eventually be united under the 333rd Empire. The final empire shall rule over all lizard folk, hold all pillars, bring about internal prosperity, duty of every follower to work to fulfill the prophecy, sacrifice everything they have for the goal. Even if this expectation is laid equally upon society. The peasantry, the merchants, the nobles, and even the king must prostrate themselves to this end. It is their sole purpose. Caretakers of this future are the Naga, a rare mutation of lizard folk, set out by their appearance and great magical potential, form their own social class, found as advisors, scholars, priests, counselors, where their power and influence. Duty and competence are among key virtues. The ordinary are expected to recognize their mediocrity and make way for the rising stars. Those who cannot acknowledge their limitations or refuse to do so are not suffered long by the Naga. Those who move to ensure they suffer a downfall of their own, making. No right of birth grants immunity. No king's throne can ever be truly stable against the Naga's machinations. And they are lizard folk, who we've not come across yet. Proud and industrious race, somewhat isolated, mistrusting, very greatly in appearance. Dope. They sound like a really fun playthrough. And then we've seen the Jad. Elkin. What did the Jad believe again? Oh yeah, the duelists. Elkiest, I think is how I would say that. Oh, that's the cat worshippers. Okay. What other species we got in here? Some lizards. Right. Yeah, the lizard Egyptians, and the elvish. There's the kind of three-way elvish split. Ooh, are you dwarves? Yeah, dwarves doing well out here. Interesting. And they found their way into another mountain. Very cool. Very cool. Ooh, but there's A lot of harpies and ogres to be dealt with in there. Interesting. Ooh, Shuan's Praxis, the synthetic truth. Okay, what are you? You are Hayamari, bipedal tiger-likes, native to southwestern Iran, came into existence under mysterious circumstances during the cataclysmic day of the ashen skies. Feared due to their incredible strength, speed, and natural weapons, they're also known as highly cultured thinkers and philosophers. Cool. Shuan's Praxis, established by Guru Sahan in late 1400s. Oh, okay. This is a new one. So this is Sikhism. While it still strives to discover the wisdom of the high gods, Praxis rejects the notion there are multiple paths, and other debates will yield wisdom for all involved parties. Teachings espouse the belief that true wisdom, and thus the path to the high gods, is found by pulling moral teachings from all of the major philosophies, while denouncing the social and political structures, such as the castes and the patriarchal family structure, that those philosophies have been used to justify in the past. Cool. Check out their government. They are a lordship. Sole monarch is the head of the state. Rule for life. Merchant kingdom. Trader privileges. Cool. And yes, that icon is giving away. Cool. Alright, diet time. Nice. Straight. Adventurers. Local autonomy raise. Own everything in this region. I would like that. Will you give me a claim? You will. Yeah, okay. Do it for the claims. For sure. Vet in a new tech. Dip for innovativeness. I really shouldn't. Well, no, I'm not spending 700 for innovativeness from Dip. Unlawful territory. Oh, hello. Took a sizable chunk out of this guy. And they annexed most of my subjects. Honestly, I don't care. That's fine. My elven friends. Don't turn to the elven forebears religion and you're good by me, basically. Any more exploration? No. You can go ahead and protect down here then. Right, 90%. Once that's done, I'm pretty confident we're going to have a lot of people in favor of this. Extended is giving us minus 11 right now. Okay. Which means, as I recall some diplomats, I should switch back over to spying on this guy. Good stuff. Yeah, I'll just take these three at first. Well, no, let's spy more on them. Let's try and get another couple of claims. Good stuff. Yeah, the Reformation is worrying me. We should probably go after this guy as well. Get him vassalized. You set up a colony yet? You still haven't got a colonial region established. It's interesting. Admin idea. We are still ahead of time, so I think we can afford to do this. Culture cost down 30%. Wow. Wow, what a valuable idea slot. It'll save you literally like 20 diplomacy, maybe 10 times at the utmost. So 200 dip. It's literally not worth the admin it costs. That is a terrible, terrible idea. But it's a very strong idea group, so I can see what they were trying to balance around. Is it finally time to go out against Coruvia? No, there's damn... Oh, the kid has 6 mil! Come on! 646! Hopefully this guy's not a mage. My eastward expansion has been seriously delayed by this nonsense. Alright, you are still mad at me, even though I took 1 province off you and then I gave you 4 provinces, including the one I took off you, which seems like a little bit of nonsense to me, but what are you going to do? Improve with subject countries, we have so very many of them. Okay, come on, cause. Oh, they fired, which means we can do this. What? Oh, right, sorry. People prefer not doing this compared to this, of course. Yes. 29 for it. Yeah, we kind of... Wait, that doesn't look right. It looks like there's way more than 29 for it. Am I just seeing what I want to see? Well, how about if I get +1 Diplo rep? 30? That only made a difference of 1? You kidding? Has Diplo rep capped out at +10? I think it has. I didn't know it could cap out, but I think that's what's happened. You dealing with them? Yeah, good. You have this region locked down, yeah. I didn't realize that could happen. So the median elector is still at minus... Okay, 1.4. That's close. So in just a couple of months. That's 3 months away. And we'll have gained enough extra ticking authority to be able to make the reform happen. Also, I meant to ally you. And bestow Imperial Grace upon you, which I will do. Oh god, okay. That's definitely the Reformation. Castellos is dead. Pamphlets spread around Canor and Divenhall like wildfire. The claim printed there is inflammatory in the hottest embers. Castellius, the ruling god of the Regent Court, is dead. Didn't we learn this like 20 years ago? Published by the Order of Chroniclers, the printing detail murals located in ancient precursor ruins, vast carvings. Yeah, made after the ruin, depicts a deity known as Castellor, known to Canorians as Castellios, trying and failing to prevent the calamity. Copies of the mural are printed on the back of every pamphlet. All can see the Sky God's end. The town cries shouted from the rooftops. In addition to the rapidly spreading pamphlets, a radical group of apprentice mages within the magisterium became convinced of their claims and hatched a plot to siege the Tower of Adriel. Where is that? Is that the one up here? It is. Okay. Sieging the Tower of Adriel, and use magically amplifying properties and location in the middle of the Dame's head to project an image of the mural on the clouds for all to see. Just a few days ago, the image of Castellar faltering before the devastation of the ruin of Alantir appeared in the evening sky. The flickering of the mural's form against the clouds, almost giving the illusion of lightning shearing away Castellar's outstretched hand. The plotters were quickly apprehended and expelled by the Magisterium, but there is no undoing what they did. No way for the population of the Imperial States to unsee the image cast upon the clouds. The shock and anger at the Chronicler's revelation reverberated through Halakan, many claiming the Chroniclers are lying, demanding action. Others are defending their impeccable record as beyond reproach. So the Chroniclers are kind of like Maester types. You know, empire-wide recognized historians in an institutionalized sense. Others clamour for answers from religious leaders, most of whom are just as shocked as their congregations. The various clerics of the Pantheon offer different answers as they write a flurry of letters back and forth. The high priests attempt to calm the situation. All the while, the question of the accuracy of the Chronicler's report hangs in the Clardsi's heads. If they're correct, all these years the Regent Court has been led by a dead god. It is hard to feel. It's hard to feel that the whole world isn't unraveling around us, -2 stability. Did anyone flip? Has anyone freaked out yet? Just keep it together. You really don't have to keep it together for long, I swear. So soon, you won't have to worry about petty questions like who's lord, whose rule, you know, his lord, his religion, his country, his religion, any of that stuff. What is it? Et regio, et religion or something? You don't need to worry about any of that. You don't need to worry about any of that. Because very soon I will be the lord of the whole empire. So just chill for just a little bit more and all will be well. I promise. Have you heard the good word of our goddess? Redacted. Don't panic. Exactly. Iron Fist. Latest reports of Taxwick. Yeah, sure. 2 base production in exchange for some unrest. I would love to take that deal. Okay, so very soon we can pass this. Do I give this guy 1 Imperial Grace in order to help that mission go ahead before I do it? Yes. Yes, I think I do. So what is my personal response to that Reformation? Speaking as a proud family that has followed Relia, I guess. If Relia's dad is dead, that's fine by me. Who cares? We're all good. We'll be fine. Everyone should chill out. No one should flip Infernal Court. No one should decide that we should go back to worshipping elves or something. No one do that. Already improved relations. Good. Okay, so because the Emperor's will, reduce Legend of Independence, shut down all new legislation, and instantly, of course, there's not peace in the Empire, but shut down all new legislation being passed by anyone trying to panic. And instead, I'm going to go... What I'm actually going to do to respond is I'm going to go on a tear. I'm going to declare a... expand the Empire War. After expand the Empire War, after expand the Empire War. Seeking to get enough Imperial authority that I can find my way out of this mess before things really kick off. Because you can get quite a lot of Imperial authority this way, but we're gonna really hurry our way through some stuff here. We may push a coalition just because I really want to try and get this empire under control. Because if the religious leagues form, I don't know if they are in the game. I don't know if they're in the game, but if they are, that will shut down all of our problems. Shut down all of our progress for ages. A comic cited as well? Are you kidding me? I do want to stay at 1 stability. Look, keep calm and violently expand the borders of the Empire. This is the way. This is what we will be doing. There will be no questions to the contrary. How much aggressive expansion is this going to give me? 44. That's quite a lot. Oh god, the age is ticking. 118 months until the age of unraveling. Secrets of the world. From east to west, scholars seek to unravel the mysteries of the past. Yeah, but unraveling could mean something else as well. All of Christo's best lane. Ah! That seems bad. Oh, but that's a long way away. That's all the way over here. That's pretty good. Okay, okay. Many questions have risen with the recent revelation that Castilios, the ruling deity, is dead. When exactly did he die? Can the texts be verified? Who leads the regent court? Traditionalists attempt to keep the peace, saying that Adian, Castilios' son and rightful heir, will rise up and take his father's place. However, many of those who suffered under the Green Tide claim it was the regent's court's neglect that led to the destruct of Estan and Castilla. No, it wasn't the regent court. It was the old Anbennarian Empire. It's so simple. You all just join the Empire and then nothing like this will happen again. Idiots. And a clear sign that if Castilios was alive and the gods were capable, the Green Tide would have been averted. Castilios would have protected his patron kingdom like he did eons past. They've made the Black Death the Green Tide. That's genius. The rising popularity of the recently ascended god of war, Corin, heroine of the Green Tide, has called for her divine succession onto the regent throne through her link to the de facto successor of Agrados, Castilios' deceased brother. The Corinites in Woodmark dispute that while Adian may be a noble and a chivalric god, his time under Castilios' tutelage made him conservative, hidebound, ultimately unable to defend the realm against its many external threats. The present system of divine regency is but a poor excuse for weak and unjust rulers to retain their power and ignore the monsters and tyrants lurking beyond their borders. Okay. So some people are siding with Corin, and Corinite is now enabled. And some people are siding with... Who's the other guy? Adian. I mean, it's the god's son. I'd still say, where's my reformed following Relia? Is it in their capital? It's not. So we're not going to be able to get rid of this center of reformation. But let's keep a very close eye on any others. The god of war? We don't need a god of war. We're good enough at war already. We're very good at war. We need a god of industry. Is what I say. Or a god of love, dare I say. Alright. Well, that's troubling, for sure. We'll see where else people flip. I guess if we get really lucky, I assume there can still only be 3 cents of reformation. We could get one, here, and then here. And then we'd probably be alright. We'd probably be alright. We'll see, though. We'll see. Do I want to upgrade this again, by the way? This gives us AE modifier. It's not... Can claim entire states! I didn't see that. That's cool. Yeah, we'll see. Gnomish minister. Recruit this man, gnome. They are currently already at coexistence. Coexistence is worse than we want it to be. So, small increase and we get an advisor, or moderate increase. I'll take the large increase. I'd like to try and get the gnomes integrated. Gnomes, how do you feel about the Regent Court and its current setup? By the way, just asking. One of my leaders die. Sorry, I've got a spare. Not a good one, but yeah, we need to. And there's quite a few people over here that we could be forcing in. So I'm feeling pretty good about our ability to expand the empire rapidly. Let's send over these laddies. Think about the next move. Big Wheat. No allies. Hey, Big Wheat. We're coming in. Knock, knock. Open up the door. Okay, okay. There goes Coppertown. Coppertown, join the Empire. No? No one else is in your war, though. Oh, I haven't occupied the other province yet. Decline the merchant class. Oh, geez, they were at 91? We need to hold off on the diets for a minute, maybe. If we can. So Goward is fighting Appleton, huh? Have a truce with Appleton, sadly. Could go to war with Goward, but it's not going to be the fastest way to expand the empire, isn't it? Once we've done these wars, I think the time will come to turn east. Ah, but east... Oh, God. Holy crap! Exactly what I hoped happened. The Coronite Centers of Reformation, all three of them are over here. Maybe they're always over here because it was talking about the Regent Court's failure to hold back the Green Tide. Or maybe they're more likely to be over here. Maybe this is like the equivalent of Northern Germany. That's interesting, though. Blast down these walls in the name of... What's his name? Adene. In the name of Adene, blast down these walls. How much? How much? 1! Did that say 44 aggressive expansion? For 1 Imperial Authority? Is it a flat aggressive expansion? 44. 44. Oh no. That's bad. That's bad. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. That's going to cause problems. Okay, where's the important Imperial thing in this region? Well, we can take both of these. We'll do a reconquest on you. Or do we do expand empire? No, because if it's going to cost 40 every time, that's just not sustainable. Oh, but every one we get in, we get more ticking. We need internal peace in the empire. Who's fighting? You know the meme. No freaking fighting. No fighting. I need the Imperial Authority. So we should be forcing in the largest countries that we possibly can. Like you. But I think I am... So I guess Thornbridge I should let go. Or who's bigger? Thornbridge, Thomsbridge, or you? I should probably do you so that we're adjacent to Riviera. Riviera is probably too big a dev, though. Maybe not, though. But if we put you in... Yeah, it's coalition time. We need to, yeah, stop fabricating new claims. Stop improving relations with subjects. We need to try and get a handle on the situation. Because this is a problem. This is a serious... No, not insult. This is a serious problem. The 17th, improve here. I mean, the three Reformation centers all being over here does seem to bode really well. The problem is, of course, once they start converting land over here, there's nothing I'll be able to do about it. Are they in capitals? Oh, neither of them are in capitals. Deadfang has one. What the heck? The religion is inspired by the horrors of the Green Tide, yet you believe in it. They were great, Dukan. You're the Green Tide, dude. What? That's a little janky. Chat has told me what I should have guessed, which is, of course, the orcs believe in the guy that crumped them. Right makes right. He was the bigger guy. That must mean he's God. That makes perfect sense. So this is a religion that can go across both humans and orcs because of the events of the Green Tide. That's really clever. I really like that. I'm continually impressed by the world building in this mod. You know what else I'm doing? I'm really looking forward to Thursday. To put this in context, if you're watching on YouTube, I began playing Anbennar on a last Wednesday, I think it was, because I have a D&D campaign starting in 3 days on Wednesday, set in the Anbennar universe. And yeah, it's currently Monday. So we're on episode like 20 in 4 days. But that is, yeah, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Oh, sorry, excuse me. You're right. Corin is a woman. Thank you for the correction, chat. I did see that in one of the events. I apologize. There you go. I don't consider myself to be a particularly sexist person. I did assume when talking about it that the powerful warrior was a man. My bad. Goblin refugees from Moonhaven. I'm not sure about goblins. What kind of goblin? Oh, did it crash? No, I just couldn't move this for some reason. That's weird. Do we have any goblin minorities already? What systems do they trigger? Where would I find some? They're from Moonhaven, so maybe I'll find some in Moonhaven. Nope. Look in port. F to find doesn't work with this thing up, of course. Port Munvek. Can't see Port Munvek, sadly. I think let's let him in. Just so I can see the modifier. Unrest and local regiment cost. Oh, it's trash. Maybe it'd be better if they were integrated. Are there any goblin peoples around that I can look at? They're not gnolls, are they? God, these are gnolls. No, they're not gnolls, sorry, they're kobolds up there. The goblins are presumably under the mountain. So are there any... I associate... Goblins are like, you know, the yang dwarves, right? At least that's how I usually think of them. So don't think about it too hard, but we are going to do that. Yeah, which makes the map look a little bit scary. It's not great. Yeah, exactly. Cave lads. Cave lads. I prefer yang dwarves. So I can't expand the empire again. This would be untenable. Or would it? The answer is yes, I think. Well, I mean, it's only minus like 18 from a lot of them. But that's enough to put a lot of people in the coalition. I don't think we can do that, sadly. Okay, we will just take war reps and trade power for now. From you. That's fine. Just as we win this siege, cool. We will take war reps and trade power from you as well. Okay, so now we go east and we do a bit more aggressive expansion. Because even though we're getting up there, I think we can afford one more. Yeah, we're going to have to not force in. Sadly. We're only up to 6. Off the back of... We took 88 aggressive expansion and we got like 4.5 points. I really wish I had understood that mechanic better before I royally messed up by going for those two choosing those two targets. That was it's not ideal. Not ideal in the slightest. We really need colonialism. How's it spreading? Oh, hey, nice. Why is it spreading to you? Oh, Order of the Chronicler helps. Interesting. I got enough trust with you, right? Yeah. And now you, I should be carrying favors on you. Although, maybe I should be using everyone to avoid a coalition right now. 100 crowns for 5 manpower. What? Cardesi volunteers. No, thanks. That's fine. You guys should be on the case. Yep. Right, so you... Where's curry favors? There it is. You should be able to curry favors really quickly. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. 1 favor a month. Nice. Relative strength is obviously carrying the day there. Okay, okay. Force limit. Just about sustain another army. So let's get another army. Deter the coalition. Although, I'm pretty sure the coalition looks at stuff from within. Looks at people who you have raised as well as just manpower. Yeah, just saying... Coronites are spreading pretty rapidly through... You're literally called Corintar. I didn't notice. Their culture is Coranti. Corantari. I completely didn't notice earlier. I saw their name earlier, but I didn't... it didn't click. Interesting. Why are they, like... Why do they have internal borders? What's going on here? What is that about? It's not a... It's not a, impassable province. Tribal land? Oh, because the knightly orders use that kind of, Right, because there's the whole, like, some buildings are available to the adventurers and some to the tribes and hordes. Right. I'm really looking forward to doing a game playing over here, I think. My thinking is I'll do this game, which is, I'm far from done. A dwarven game, and I don't know which dwarf we'll play as, and don't recommend them because that would involve spoilers. But yeah, when we meet a couple of dwarves, we might pick partly based on that. And then I think we should go somewhere else in the world. But then I do think this seems like such an interesting Blood Bowl to take part in. Okay, coalition-wise, yeah, lots of people are very angry. Let's come off some of these less important ones and see if we can... Like, Riviera, you're relatively strong. Although I'd kind of like to... You know what? Yeah. Let's lock Riviera out of the coalition by going to war with them. I want this port. I'll make Turnwell the war goal. And West Ham will come in, which will truce lock them as well. Might as well bring a friend. Good stuff. Alright, give me Turnwell. And we'll use that to not get a truce with them. Didn't that say West Ham was going to join? I guess they changed their mind. Fair enough. I wouldn't want to fight me either. That's... What is that a quote from? That's one of my favourite quotes. I don't think it's one of my favourite quotes, but it's a funny quote anyway. I don't want to fight you. Strong person talking to weak person. I don't want to fight you. Weak person's response. I wouldn't want to fight me either. I find that really funny. Let's get the relations and the royal marriage and stuff with Sir Lauren. Yeah, it's going to take... I was saying earlier, making estimates on how long it would take based on us gaining 0.5 and based on us being able to reform at 50, which we're probably not. You know what I should do with this money right now? I should invest in anti-coalition protection, aka a bunch of barracks. Going Elven was probably a really bad idea, actually, now I think about it, from a coalition perspective. Because the coalition is based on military score, not score like points, score based on like how the AI judges how strong your military is. And I'm pretty sure it's the same score that's used to judge... oh, they did call in West Ham in the end. I'm pretty sure it's the same score that's used to judge... I'm going to retreat from this battle because they outnumber us so heavily on galleys. It's the same score that's used to judge... that you can see, rather, when you're in League Wars, which, by the way... I haven't triggered yet. It's going to be interesting if one of the electors flips. You know what? I probably shouldn't be allied to any electors right now. I'm not voting for myself. What am I doing? Last vote for X. Back voting for ourselves. That's good. Okie dokie. Yeah. Should be okay. What else could I do? I think, yeah, some improved relations in... Oh, B-Peak. B-Peak, my oldest ally. One of my oldest allies, anyway, turning against me. I think we need to truce lock some people in order to deter the coalition. Which means Goward. So after this war, I think I will fight Goward. Seems prudent. And yeah, wine port's going against us. I should be focusing on people who are close but not actually against us, I guess. And doing things like influencing nation. And you're mad too. Yeah, you could be relatively easy improved up though. But yeah, if Goward was truce locked, the coalition would be a lot less cocky. I think. Orcish warband has been diminished. Excellent. Let's go for the war goal. Oh, we can't actually go for the war goal. I chose that poorly. Oh well. Are the roads built yet? Good question. Let's have a look. No. The East Dameshead one is still ongoing. Just 4 more provinces. Then we can get the mobile capital. And then, as long as we've got 1 more province of interest by then, which we will, because I'm going to take this port in this war, then by their powers combined, we'll be able to do this. Get into the idea, which will help us pass the reforms easier, which will be good. South Vistwall, we have the core, so let's unite Vistwall. I wonder if this will cause them to like unite into one tag. That'll be fun. And yeah, the coalition is... Yeah, it's not terrible right now, honestly. Not terrible. Let's come back from Pearl's Ridge. I like that I'm learning some of the flags. Of course, now I'm going to be wrong about which one that is, but... Is this one? Yeah, sorry, Pearl's Edge. Close. They added the province to the Empire, that's good. Oh, actually, that's a province of interest for the Empire as well, isn't it? Did they unite into just Vistwall? Not yet. Do they have a mission tree that could let them unite? No. Maybe they have a decision. But anyway, that is another province of interest, which completes this. So now we just need that last little bit of road. Yeah, yep. Blast the walls down. We have so many monarch points, by the way, just because we are saving up to get exploration, so I can learn some more stuff about the new world. I mean, now that the dangerous knowledge is out. Honestly, I mean, this is kind of obviously jinxing it, but I don't care. Because, you know, it's not a big deal either way, but this Reformation, mate, no big deal. I really don't see the problem. So far, no issues. Could change at any moment, of course. But so far, no problem. No problem. Should be entirely plain sailing from here, I think. It all spawned in the east. This is a green tide problem. We're over here, we're nice, we're happy, we're on the coast. Nothing's gonna happen. I believe that stability will continue to reign and all will be well. You will no longer transfer trade power to me. Did they hear me talking shit? That's funny. That's really good timing. I really like that the center of the Reformation immediately was like, I heard you were talking about us. Reaver's Landing sieged. Jolly good. 2 more forts. Blow our way through. Do 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 do. Yeah, West Ham. So now we're previously I was trying to get short truces because I thought there was value in fighting all of these little people to get them into the Empire, but there really isn't. If they're just going to give me 3 or 4 Imperial Authority each, that's nowhere near worth the level of damage it will do. So instead, I will try and secure long truces specifically as an intentional play to try and keep them locked out of the coalition for as long as possible. The fact that we just fought a bunch of them is good. It will buy us some more time. You can stay there, actually. We'll just get this army's cav to go and do some yoinking. And yeah, then all these people that are potential coalitionists but currently locked out by truces we should work on. Sorry, you should be going there. Jolly good. Yeah, I think people we could potentially force into the Empire. Oh, I don't have the CB. Oh no, I've already added them. So, like Newshire, for example. Newshire has a better amount of dev. But they're very close to this whole Reformation nonsense. But if I add them in, even if they flipped, it would, if they give us like 10 Imperial Authority, it would take 100 months before them being a heretic. Okay, it caused a problem. Because we have the religious peace right now. Which means it halves the Imperial Authority loss from heretics. So maybe I shouldn't worry too much about... Like, if a normal person flips heretic, that's just pure negative, right? But if we add them for get 10, then they flip heretic. That's kind of less of a big deal. Because it's still a net gain for a long time. And we don't need to worry about the long-term tail, because once we've got them as... You know, once we can get people as vassals, then we can... then we're balling. So let's send some troops up that way. Tender rebels. That's funny. It's good timing. Cast spells. I know what I want to be cast, please. It's going to cost me an arm and a freaking leg. 740 crowns. Yikes. Worth doing, though. Worth doing. You guys head east as well. There is... I mean, I could go for both of these guys. We'll see. B-Peak just took a bunch of land off Goward. Nice. Well done, B-Peak. Well done. Test took some land. Did you kill someone to do it? You did. Then I'm afraid it's going to lock you into wanting to be in a coalition against me. I do need you to release them. It didn't kill them. I was misled. They had a province here and I just completely didn't see it. And now this guy's probably going to conquer them. Oh well. Oh well. Who are you fighting? Oh, this guy. That's funny. Oh, and the Scalds are coming south. Cool. That seems troubling. We'll see how that goes. Can't believe the only province I can't get to in their whole country is the one I decided to make the war goal on a whim. It's suboptimal play, shall we say. Suboptimal play. I wonder how hard it would be for me to mod it such that this was a double wide menu. I bet very hard. The same menu twice might be easier, but if I specifically wanted to have like everything below economy actions in a second column, I bet that would be significantly beyond my abilities, or perhaps anyone's abilities. What about a second menu though? And you just keep one scrolled up and one scrolled, you know, way down. That seems much more doable. You just duplicate the element. But maybe if you scrolled one, it would scroll both. Yeah, it probably would, wouldn't it? Alright, nice long 15-year truce to help Wexham get over the fact that we expanded the Empire, which should be, you know, something they're in favour of. Just saying. But, I guess they, you know, liked things the way they were. Back when, you know, the green tide was at our door. We need a strong empire to protect us from the green tide. We want to rely on some ascended warrior She's not gonna protect you, dude. She died 100 years ago. I am wondering. Various things have said like they ascended then, or she ascended 100 years ago, or whatever. Does that just mean she died and then people were like, she was sick, let's make her the god of war? Or do we think she actually became a god? In other words, I'm having doubts. I'm having doubts about the Regent Court. I don't actually have any particularly good reason to believe that they exist at all so far. People literally didn't notice that their main god was dead for at least hundreds, maybe thousands of years, resisting the urge to bring up Talos. Says chat. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking it. We're just going to take this one province so we can get some nice trade up here and call that good. Seize land. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any particularly good reason to think that any of the Regent Court gods are real. Which, I mean, some would say if they can give you power, then the Infernal Court must at least be real. I'm just saying. Should revoke this guarantee. I didn't realize we'd had that up. It doesn't cost a Diplo slot when you get a guarantee from a release in a war, but you know what? Chat just made an excellent point. How does Renala give you 2+2 diplomatic relations? Oh, well, I mean, that one's easy. Some of the others might be harder to explain, but because other people venerate Elia. And so by focusing on the god of love, you give yourself the impression of a nice friendly sort. So that one's fairly easy to answer. There might be harder ones. How do I know what the Infernal Court is, but I don't know that Corona's a woman? Because the damn Magisterium flipped Infernal Court. Which is why we had to take all their lands off them except this little island, where we let them build. Ooh. Tower Stage 5. All power costs down. I should go and yoink that. Yes. Thank you for watching, everybody. On YouTube, Twitch, not quite done with you yet. But next episode, we will see what happens. Nothing could go wrong. Surely the Reformation stops here.